Welcome back to the field to play. This is your boy Jay. You know what I mean? Getting back into this all-time great season. Going into game 2 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Already won the first game against the Atlanta Falcons and Aaron Rodgers and Emmitt Smith. So I'm really excited to see who we got in this next game coming up. Once again, hit that like and subscribe if you like what you're seeing. Alright, let's get it.
10 o'clock, got a flight out, yeah, I'm going back out to Japan. I got 2 Billy truck and a bitch door with a land. Bruce Wayne, I'm Batman. Batman, I'm best man. I got my best man. I go to hotels when I step out, yeah, your boy got a doorman. I go to nightclubs with a... Yeah, they call me the madman. I ain't no madman. I just go crazy, man. Ball hard, can't face, man.
Man, they got Eric Dickerson and Michael Strahan.
And
Kenny, the great stabler, cuz. Look out.
I got a girl, Brett. She go to battle. I live with birds come out. Sounds like I see it in there. Hey, I'm on your turf again.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach, and you're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Up next, we've got what should be a great matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. With that, let's get you over to Raymond James Stadium for the home opener. On the call, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Woo. Fireworks, baby.
Just a few miles from the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way
Stabler
out of
got
the
the
tunnel.
throwback
These
helmet,
folks are
cuz.
fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Godden alongside
Eric
Charles
Dickerson,
Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
I love it when both teams
Brian
come in
Mitchell,
off a win.
cuz.
Great mindsets.
I
and
love
it
Brian
usually leads to
Mitchell.
a really well-played game.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Thought Peterson like, oh yeah, I got it.
Now for
Got
their
it.
first drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
Ken
Looking for
Stabler.
from him today,
Kenny the Snake.
the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Here we go now. 3-19.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line.
Yo, that was a glitch. Look at that shit.
In
He
a word, I would
fell
say
down on his own.
productive, finding the end zone 3 different times.
Is it possible that you're really underselling it? 3 touchdowns, just going to call him productive?
All right, man, what do you want?
This guy had a nose for the end zone.
He was good.
Had a snoot full, didn't he? How about that? Big-time game.
Hurry up, here we go.
Back to throw.
Pick!
Intercepted. Picked off by
Akeem Talib.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Oh, they don't like that.
Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play.
The snake
First
going.
quarter, first drive.
Snake eyes.
First interception
Damn.
thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And they'll go on the ground. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now here's Vic. And now he'll
Oh.
gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now they'll need the 39.
Vic was going to be to the house, cuz.
This is off the play fake, Vic. He's got his man.
AJ Green.
And he is in.
Touchdown, AJ Green.
Philadelphia. AJ Green, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1.
Oh.
Pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect
Oh,
me.
that's
Just
it.
go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious.
Cameron Wake on the take.
Run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And a peek now at the offense.
Ryan Mitchell, Michael
Wide
Thomas,
receiver Tyler Lockett continues to improve as a route runner.
Tyler Lockett.
Playmaker
Look
downfield.
out.
But let's not forget, his main use, kick returner. Knows how to break open a game in that area as well.
On 2nd down, Mitchell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll
No
move
Brian
up
Mitchell.
About 4 more for a first.
Cameron Wake, Warren Sapp, Reggie White,
A player that demands our attention, demands
Jack
that we spotlight
Lambert.
him, highlight him, whatever you want to call it, is Cameron Wake, the defensive end for the Miami Dolphins.
Keith Khalid, Steve
At the age of
Atwater,
35,
RDC.
the 5th time in his career he's hit double digits. All this after 2 seasons ago, coming back from an Achilles tear. Cameron Wake knows how to get it done.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Oh, Jack Lambert.
First down yardage to the 35. It'll go as
He
a
might have got the yard. He definitely paid the price.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
And on the ground they go with a running back.
Oh,
He'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe...
where you going? Oh,
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 11 and a first down.
look here, boy, had moves on top of
Size,
moves.
he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets...
Oh,
Get him out in the open field into
they
some
can't
space.
go over that way.
Plays to his strengths
Not
and
with
depth.
Steve Atwater
It's not
patrolling.
where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 2nd down now, Mitchell. In a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football, and they got rewarded.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 1 quarter down. It's a close game here early on. We'll return to Tampa after this message. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And it's a short to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
They catching the ball, but they getting lit up every time they get it. Every time they get it.
Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage. And that
Man,
is
defense got to get off the field.
Because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover, especially if you're in the linebacker spot, and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They're going to look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third
All right, let's get off this field. Get off the field right here. Let's go.
Back to throw here. And this is going to be...
There you go.
Well, that was excellent coverage right there, and he definitely did the right thing, showing that discretion is definitely the better part of valor. Threw it away, preserved the opportunity to kick for a field goal.
And excellent coverage. And right now the human is controlling the defense, so good job, human. And Elliott puts this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny, we had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator, and what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
On 1st and 10, here's Vic. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. Now the first carry for Bush. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Vic now from the 50. Forced out to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. 2 minutes to go.
I wanted him to go.
First half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. He's going to fire one. Got a man.
Oh, got it.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
This will be caught at about the C-end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands.
Reggie.
Miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he kicked it out of the stadium.
Returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man on the crossing route. That's Macklin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Now back to throw.
Fumble!
And the Eagles have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice.
Wow.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it
Fumbleitis.
Humans out
Fumblerooski.
there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Vic now after the fumble recovery. Oh, it stays up. And the ball flying.
He was open.
It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend
that was open.
Play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield. He was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. 1st down, Vic. And this is caught.
Delaney Walker, touchdown. 21-point lead.
His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles add on to their lead.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
At 3 touchdowns.
That's Michael Vick back there, baby.
He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
Oh, you can't get him bit down open. Hey, wait.
For this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Lockett. Tampa Bay. Tyler Lockett as the first half is winding down.
When you touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so
He gonna run this one back. He gonna take it out to the house. To the house. Touchdown! They didn't even announce it. That sucks. He ran that kickoff back, baby.
Now the try here for the point after. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
And the Bluebirds are out, boy.
Team on the field
they are hot.
Will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Oh, victory formation.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start things out with a trip up to FedEx Field. Washington playing host to
Joe Montana played for the Colts. What in the world? Cam Newton played for the Redskins.
Mike Wallace, a touchdown
Ricky Williams.
From there, we head down south to Atlanta. Check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they've got the lead in
Robert Griffin III played for the Panthers, really?
Carolina Panthers.
Cooper
Aaron
Kupp.
Rodgers has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world. See what's happening with the Titans at home.
Tom Brady with the Titans. Randall Cunningham with the Texans. Wow. Saquon Barkley. Okay. Jamal Lewis.
Meanwhile, in our
Tom
game,
Brady.
it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And it's been a good game for him to this point, Charles. They're winning on the scoreboard. They got to be feeling pretty good.
And it's always fun for them when they're not just winning on the scoreboard,
Look at
but
Vic.
they're contributing in a big way. You see him throwing touchdown passes, watching this video here. It's got to be a fun time for him and a relaxed time because nothing is pressing.
Relaxed, cool, calm, collective, all those things describing him right now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down right at the 30.
And Walter Payton is hurt. What in the world?
Stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Oh, no. That is not what you want to see.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a second down throw for Vic. Walker with a grab, left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Dislocated hip for Walter Payton.
You never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
This is Bush. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
keep it in the hands of Bush. And he'll work it inside the
good run, Reggie. Good run.
Line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Hey, let's go! Right 20!
A give, this is Bush. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right 90!
They'll hand it off to Bush. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Just run it down their throat.
Right 20! Right 20!
They'll run it here. This is James Lane. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Right 90! Right 20!
1st and goal, Bush. And he's going to ball it
Almost
down to about the 1-yard line. That's a gain of 7, and we'll leave them with 2nd and goal coming up.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Trying to punch it across with Bush. And he's
Oh.
And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play. So a little extra time to
Eagles
ponder this
grinding up the clock.
3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal?
Right 90! Right 20!
They'll try and run for the first with Bush.
Oh.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
There are certain drives in a game where anything less than a touchdown that caps it feels like an absolute disappointment. This is one of those drives.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on
Why not?
4th and goal from the 1. They'll run it with
Oh, man.
Not only will
Who's that that came
lose yardage, they stuff him back.
Came right down the line. Wow. Michael Strahan.
From the 1. And the Bucs defense, they'll celebrate the goal line stand. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
If we needed the points, we'd have kicked the field goal
Set
out.
up the throw. Release as this will be
Reggie
incomplete.
White.
Macklin, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Gotta keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen
Oh!
it many times.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one.
Wow.
Just shy of the 40.
He's just standing there like, did he catch that on me?
This one goes for 19 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Oh my God! Oh, somebody get him!
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40.
Ryan Mitchell running over cats.
A nice gain of 21 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get into him in space and use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores.
And coughed it up.
Oh, he fumbles the ball! He fumbles the football! That's going to probably end the game.
That fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at FedEx Field. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, the fullback Tolbert. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
I know a lot of times we like to put players in certain boxes. He does this and he does that. But this guy, he can do a little bit of everything. He's not just a lead blocker or a guy who protects the passer. Handing the ball, he might want to get out of the way.
Tolbert, the fullback. And the second wave.
Urlacher.
Is going to get him.
Urlacher came right through.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. They'll pitch it to Bush. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. 8 yards
so
on
elusive.
The carry,
So
and
elusive.
left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that.
That's all she wrote.
No matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Philadelphia, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Tampa
and Joe Montana,
they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Like I said, this is your boy Jay from the Fields of Play. You know what I mean? Signing out. Hit this like button. Please subscribe if you like what you're seeing. But definitely enjoying this game, this season so far. Let's see how dislocated hip. Walter Payton.